This video is sponsored by Corsera. So recently I purchased my first car, nothing too grand, it's just an A to B car. Why would I buy a Lamborghini when the roads literally look like this? But what if I told you that I purchased my first car just from the sale of my simple Notion template? I'm not even kidding. I purchased my first car just from the revenue of my Notion template. So what this video will not be is me giving a bunch of side hustles that you could do, because I feel like that's very unrealistic. I mean, literally everyone is different. Everyone has different cases, different sets of skills. So yes, while I'll be giving examples, that is not going to be the point of the video. The point of the video is that I'll be teaching you the core idea of what makes a business work, and what is a core idea of a side hustle, and how you can start selling actual products and actual services, literal, real services, not those fakey dakey services, like actual useful products and services as a side hustle, and earning a quick buck here and there as a student or wherever you are. Let's get straight into the video. But before we get into the video, I just wanted to say that Corsera actually reached out to sponsor this video, and I actually thought it would be a very good opportunity to teach you guys this kind of thing, because part of learning a business or building a business is to actually develop your skill in whatever you want to sell. And I thought it was a very good timing, especially since Coursera offers courses which allow you to build your skill, and you can actually earn online degrees there as well. You could use your courses and increase your value, which I'll be talking about later. So not only will I go through the principles of business and side hustles, and I'll show you the courses they offer and how you can improve your business using Coursera. Anyway, enough chit chatter, let's get straight on to the video. Alright, so the first thing you need to understand is the core principle of economics. And that core principle is the idea of value. Now, I know this might sound boring, like your typical economics class. I know, this is really boring, but trust me, you really need to understand this and take this seriously if you want to build a valid business and a good foundation to what your business really is. So the first thing you might think when it comes to business, you might think is, oh, a business solely earns money. It's just a money generating thing. And you're not exactly wrong. It's not completely what a business is. First, you need to understand the core principle of economics, and that idea is that value can be exchanged. And that is kind of the idea of our world economics. For example, you're giving me value by watching this video. You're spending your time. You might see some couple ads here and there. And in return, I'm giving you the value of this for free. And maybe the entertainment value, but you know, I'm not that funny, so. But that is the core exchange we're having right now. You're giving me time, I'm giving you valuable information. And the second core principle you need to understand is that businesses solve problems. Businesses aim to solve problems in exchange for value, which is usually monetary value, which you might not realize, but literally everything around us is made by a business aimed to solve our problem. This camera I'm using is a problem solved by Canon. My phone I'm using is a problem solved by Apple. This microphone is a problem solved by Audio-Technica. Everything is a problem solved. For example, let's think of Netflix. Netflix solves our problems by offering movies straight from the phone and tablet, by solving the problem of, oh, we don't have to go through the cinema anymore, we don't have to go out anymore, we don't have to buy tickets anymore, we just have to subscribe to their service. So, in exchange for streaming movies just straight on your phone and your tablet, you subscribe to their services by paying them at least $8. That is the core exchange you're having with Netflix. Another transparent example that I can give you is literally Coursera. So recently I've been spending my time on the course Business Management on Coursera. Because the thing is, I'm already in dentistry, so I can't really just leave my dentistry course to learn business management. So in my free time, I use Coursera, and I actually learn from reputable universities that they offer on their website, which is something that I really like about Coursera. So yeah, that's pretty much the value that I'm exchanging with Coursera. The value I'm getting from Coursera is the degree as well as teachings they offer in their program, and in return, I'm subscribing to their service. So why am I teaching you this exact principle? The core idea about earning money is that you need to offer something of value that someone would be willing to pay money for. Let me give you my Notion template, for example. So my best-selling Notion template is essentially a university Notion template. Practically allows students to use to track their entire university career. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so my Notion template is solving the problem of tracking your subjects, individual subjects, your revision, mastery, or being a all-in-one hub. That's not really the problem I'm solving with my Notion template. What I am solving is the problem of people not wanting to create a Notion template in the first place. So My proposition with my Notion template is that if you pay me $15, you don't have to create your own Notion template. I've done the heavy work for you. I've kitted with so many bells and whistles that actual students need. In exchange for that $15, you can use this for the rest of your university career. Essentially, the core idea is that I'm doing the hard work of creating the template for you. All you have to do is just pay me $15 once, and that is the core idea of my Notion template. Now, obviously, students don't have time to learn Notion, and therefore, my solution to their problem is that they can just pay me money and I can just give them the template. Now, earning money doesn't have to be just a product as well. You can actually offer a service, and that's pretty much where freelancing comes from. And I think you guys are already familiar with this. So instead of selling a product, you are offering a service in exchange for money. So for example, Fiverr is a popular choice for freelancing. You can offer pretty much your skills there, whether that be graphic design, voiceover, editing, or anything else. And in return, your client will give you money for the service that you offer. By its core, you're offering value by your service, and in exchange, they're giving you money value. Now, before we head to this video, I want to give a huge disclaimer to begin. You're probably going to fail. It takes a lot when it comes to business, and honestly, luck plays a very big part when it comes to your business because the market is very, very volatile. But through trial and error, you will know what sells and what doesn't, and you will understand the market more better. For example, when I made my university template, I didn't know that it will be my top seller. I just put it out there because I thought some people will find it useful, and it ended up paying for my literal car. And of course, another factor is that I have this YouTube channel, and pretty much most of my viewers are students. So it works very well that I'm selling a Notion template because most of my viewers are actual university students who will actually make use of that Notion template. Don't worry if you guys don't hit your first idea. I've had a lot of products that didn't really sell as much, and I even went on Fiverr before starting this whole YouTube channel, and I barely got any clients. While luck is a very, very big factor, try to play with the cards that you were given. And another thing is, even if you fail doing this thing, I really think that this will help you in the long run because of knowing the principles of business and economics, that it can actually help you in your future business or in your future career. Knowing these exact principles of business allows you to live your life more carefully, and you can apply this knowledge to pretty much your future life. In the future, you might think, oh, this product is literally just a white label. Oh, this product is literally just drop shipped from there and I can get somewhere cheaper. And that's the thing about trying with business. Even if you'll fail, I'm sure you'll get a lot of value from this, so don't be afraid to try. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's move on to step 1, which is number 1, sell your skill. The first step when starting a business, or if you want to start a side hustle, is to literally identify what you're good at. Now, this is going to be the basis of you selling your value proposition. So pretty much ask yourself, what am I good at to the point where someone would be willing to pay for my services? And this could be a lot of things, whether that be graphic design, music production, voiceovers, work, video editing, script writing, note-taking, even tutoring. The point is to know exactly what you can do, what others can't. Now, the good thing about business is that you don't even have to be the top of your game when it comes to your niche. You just have to be good enough, because that's only half of the business. Because the other half that you will be putting your effort to is literally marketing your skill. So the first mistake that I see that a lot of people do, especially with their business or reaching out to their clients, is that they would make their price their winning factor. And I think that's a very bad way of approaching business. For example, I receive tons of emails from editors and thumbnail makers and general production people, and they ask me, can I edit your video for X amount of dollars? But the thing is, if you're just going to be framing it in that way, then you're going to be basing your value based on how low you can go. And the problem is, there will always be someone willing to undercut that, because the thing is, $5 is not equal in every country. Some people might need that more than you do. And trust me, the literal culmination of that is Fiverr. It's literally the company name. You pay $5 for a skill, and that's pretty much it. So instead of marketing your service around how low you can offer your service, instead frame it in a more packaged, marketed way. So instead of saying, okay, I'll do this for X dollars, instead tell them, okay, I will help you in this, and I will also do this as well and help you scale in some way, and I'll do that all for the price of X dollars. And that's a very good framework. You're literally solving their problem of trying to scale something or not. And by offering it in a package, you are standing out compared to pretty much everyone else in the business. Now, if you're worried about offering more of a service to others, then here I will show you guys how you can develop your skill in the first place using Coursera. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice when you log into Coursera is that it will actually show you your dashboard. And what's cool is that when you create your account, it actually asks you what kind of course or degree that you want to pursue in or expand. So in this case, I wanted to explore the topic of business management because I do want to learn more about managing my business. So as you can see, there are multiple courses that are planned for you just from the dashboard that you could take. And what's cool about Coursera is that you could even earn a literal degree. A degree with specific colleges as well. I think this is kind of what separates Coursera from other online course websites, is that you could actually earn a degree from these courses because they're actual college courses. And if you look at the specific university tab, you can see the different universities that Coursera offers. So you have universities like Colorado, University of London, Dartmouth, and so much more. And you could even filter by different courses or different levels of education. You can pretty much expand your portfolio here if you want to expand your skills, which I think is just really, really cool. And you could just do it all on this website. And a lot of times you don't even have to go to a physical university. It's mostly online here, meaning that I could literally be anywhere while taking these courses. Now, the thing is, it's not just a normal online course. It's like an actual school. You could actually interact with the peers in your courses. So I've been interacting with my peers in my course, and I've also been expanding my knowledge with quizzes and assignments. They actually give you assignments and quizzes as well. And these assignments are mainly just to expand your knowledge and to make sure that you're on the right track. You could even do it on their app as well. So I could literally set reminders. I could even read and download my own course lectures. And the best part, the certificates. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think compared to the tuitions of universities, it's actually a really good deal, especially if you're not someone who can access universities, or if you want to really expand your stuff, then you could literally go to Coursera and do that. I really think this is really cool, especially with the fact that if ever you don't pursue business or ever, you can still add these certificates to your portfolio, which I think is very cool if you want to head to your professional career. It can be very daunting to start a business or be in this sort of industry, so just to have a great laid out course is very useful, especially under Coursera. So I would highly recommend Coursera. Alright, so now that you've developed a skill or you're confident enough that you're willing to sell a service or a product, the next step is to decide where you're going to be connecting your clients and yourself. And this could be either two things: a storefront or a communicating medium. Now, obviously, if you're selling someone a product, you'll obviously need a website to sell your stuff or a storefront. And a good website that I would highly recommend for beginners is Ko-Fi. I've used Ko-Fi since day one because literally it's free and you can sell digital products there, and I think you could even sell physical products. Do check if I'm right, but they do have a system for that. Now, there are other websites like Shopify, which I'm currently using now, which I'm trying to migrate from Ko-Fi. But the thing about Shopify is, while it gives you more flexibility when building your own website and brand, which is something very important as well, I wouldn't recommend that at the start because you kind of need capital for that, because they do have a subscription that you need to pay when starting your website. And obviously, a lot of you guys probably don't have capital to start that kind of business yet. So if you're starting out, I highly recommend a free solution like Ko-Fi. I think Gumroad also offers that service as well. Now, on the other hand, if you don't sell a product and if you're offering a specific service, I would recommend communicating directly to clients instead of using websites like Fiverr. And this is pretty much where you will build your first portfolio, which I'll be talking about later. But essentially, you're going to make your own Instagram page and you're going to start DMing a lot of creators or a lot of people who you think could use your service. So I would recommend starting with emails or Instagram DMs, or you could even ask your family if they have any relatives that you have that could take in your service in exchange for money. Now, before you start sending your business emails and telling people that you will edit their video for $10 per video, which I think that's very lowballing it, but you do you need to learn about building your portfolio and marketing yourself, which is going to be arguably the most important part of this business. And it's this exact step that will pretty much separate you from literally everyone else. Trust me. So I'll give you two examples of why I think marketing is very important. I'll give you two examples of an email that I pretty much receive. It's not the exact email, but I will make a identical copy of the style of the email. So email one is a normal email which offers me a service to edit my video in exchange for $20. On the other hand, however, this email is very well designed with a logo as well as a website for me to check their sort of portfolio, and they're offering me a package solution to my YouTube channel as they'll edit my video, edit my thumbnail, and even research for me what is viral and what is not. And checking both emails, I think we can all say that obviously the second email is more tempting because even though I'm paying more, it's just a better deal to me and they just seem more reliable because of their branding and marketing. And if you're structuring your email in a sense of opportunity over urgency, then you will make the people want your product rather than you wanting their money payment. And that is what should separate you from everyone else. Because remember, the point of selling a service is that you're selling a service to someone who needs it. So after deciding on a skill that you want to start selling, you have to brand around your skill, or basically branding your company. Try to spend some time learning some graphic design to design your logo and even create your own business logo as well. The thing about the online digital age nowadays is that you don't even have to have a big company or building with millions of employees. You could literally be in your bedroom with your laptop and you could still have a professional looking email ever. So as long as you're offering a good service and you market yourself with a good package and good branding, then you will have pretty much an edge over everyone else. Trust me. So make sure to take the time to market yourself and to develop your brand. And let's move on to the actual hardest step of business, the grunt work. So the last step when it comes to building a simple side hustle, and I'm going to be honest, this is going to be the most painful part, but this is going to be the grunt work or you getting your first clients. I'm going to be honest. You're probably going to spend the next few days or weeks emailing and receiving out to as many people as you can, and most of the time you might get rejected. However, the point I'm giving in this video should help you gain some sort of edge in terms of getting clients and your whole brand and marketing. Because in order to understand how you can actually sell in business, you need to understand the 80-20 rule, which essentially states that 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. Meaning that instead of trying to double down on a single customer, if they're probably not interested, move on. They're not your market. They probably don't need your service. Just try and try again until you find someone who actually needs a problem solved and are willing to pay money for it. It's going to be very long and it's going to be very tough. And this is where social media marketing comes to play. This, in my opinion, is the most free way of starting your own marketing or your advertisement campaign, and is to literally start your Instagram page. It's literally free and everyone is literally doing it. The thing about content creation is that a lot of creators are doing content creation in a way to funnel people into their product. So pretty much start your portfolio or start your brand literally on an Instagram page and start from there. And once you've done that, start making reels, start making posts, start reaching out to people. You don't necessarily have to have hundreds of thousands of viewers or subscribers or followers. You can just literally have a couple thousands who actually like your content and who actually like your personality and are given exposure to your product and service well enough that they're willing to pay money for that service or for your product. And this is kind of the reason why a lot of content creators are making how to be a content creator videos, because this is actually the next step to business in the digital age. The fact that it's free, and that's pretty much the most organic way to get more people to see you. That's why people are doing content creation. Now, the thing is, if you still feel like you're not skilled enough, then I would highly recommend today's sponsor, Corsera, down in the description below. Now, if you really want to make this seriously, and I personally would recommend it because I really think it's important to actually learn a skill and to learn the foundations of business. And the good thing about Corsera is that they're actually legitimate courses. Like, they're not just random people teaching you courses. They're actually courses that you could earn a literal online degree from. I'm not even kidding. And what's cool about it is that if your business does not pan the way you want it to be, you still have an online degree left from that course. So it's not a total waste of time. You have that knowledge and you even have a literal degree that you could put in your portfolio for your future professional career. So again, head down to the link in the description to check out Corsera. Again, thank you Corsera for sponsoring this video. I genuinely find it very useful and I think it'll be useful for you guys as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you found some value from it. This is a very generalized video and I could go in much more detail from this if you guys want. So just comment down below and let me know if you want a full series about this. Now, before I end this video, I just want to say that if you're going to start this, I just want everyone to keep a very vigilant mind, because a lot of people become prey to really devious people when it comes to business, because when you're starting this out, you really don't know what you're doing and there's just so many scammers out there and so many, like, I don't know, just evil people who want to take advantage of you. So just I want to make sure that everyone is careful, especially if you start a Shopify page or a online store. You might get these emails of like, hey, like, oh, your website has this flaw. Or some people might even pretend to be Shopify themselves and they'll be like, oh, your website has a certificate problem and then you need to come here, click this link. So just want to make sure, don't fucking click any link in the email. Make sure to protect yourselves. Okay? Capiche? But anyway, with that being said, I wish you guys good luck on this business journey. I really enjoy this part of business. I personally really enjoy business. I never thought that I would really enjoy this kind of thing, but I do. And I really hope you guys will find joy and value from this video and the joy and value of doing business as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to drink your water. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I think I said that twice already. Whatever.